I'm not trying to locate any kind of meaning or value in the work, but I'm trying to say, this is the work, how do you feel about it? How do you want to see it? My name is Adam Phong. I'm an artist based in Kuala Lumpur, and this exhibition is entitled Livingbribe. The exhibition focuses on the idea of the hybrid. Now, my feeling is that all artists are world builders, and what thrills me is blurring the lines between other worlds in order to create my own. So I think that the synergy of two familiar things has the potential to create a more unusual and more interesting third piece of information. For example, the words living and bribe don't really mean a lot on their own, but when put together, it evokes a whole different set of feelings. I think that's what the work is aiming at. It's aiming to be located in an area that's at the crossroads of the possible and the impossible. It's an idea that's extremely attractive to me because I like ambiguity, and I'm using hybrids in order to achieve a feeling of ambiguity. My obsession with hybrids is acknowledged in the methods I employ. I mainly use graphite because I'm so impatient, and graphite is the fastest way to draw. And so I wanted to test my patience by trying to find out the slowest way to draw. And that to me is thread. Thread is an extremely tedious, manual, and rigorous way of drawing. All of the work is charged with this energy of being made very fast, but also being made very slow. And that's a hybrid. That's a kind of tension that I find very attractive. Another example would be the frames. I put polished drawings in primitive, lumpy frames. And that was a way of testing the value of the work. It was a way of challenging what the work already was and, creating a kind of hybrid, right? So the work exists in a world that isn't suited to it, but out of that arises new possibilities for meanings. Actually, the titles were selected through a process of chance. So I had a book with me, and I had a friend and some dice, and we just flipped through the book, and whenever he said stop, and we rolled the dice, and so paragraph number 6, word 1, and then I would do that a few times, and then I would get a few words, and we would just combine them. So I think the whole idea behind that was to surrender to the process, to say, we're not going to try to create a feeling, we're going to create the conditions and let the feeling arise on its own. The meaning isn't located in the title itself. It's located in between the title and the viewer. The viewer is free to extrapolate and project their own version of a meaning upon the work. My hope for the show is honestly to create a condition that is conducive to further questioning. I've always believed that the role of the artist is to create a climate, a kind of environment in which the viewer can enter and have feelings about. I think the act of conferring value and meaning belongs to the viewer, and the work sort of acknowledges that aim. I think art is not a quality to be found, but a process that happens inside of us. It's very difficult to explain what art is in a paragraph, but it relates to our ability to cultivate, rehearse, and experience feelings about other worlds, right? How could the world otherwise be? And how do I feel about that? And in turn, that lets us understand this world a bit better.